What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for lineups.com. Let's talk a little Monday Night Football between the New York Football Giants and the New England Patriots. By the way, the division-leading, conference-leading New England Patriots at home here on a Monday night. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Everything we do absolutely free here on the channel. Appreciate your support as we look here at MGM, our Monday Night Football partner. It is 7.5 in favor of the Patriots, though you can see a little bit of juice here on that plus 7.5, and I understand why, because if I was playing the side in this thing, I probably would take the 7.5. Just seems like this is a backdoor wide open situation for the Giants to kind of cover this late in the game. But don't have anything in the account, but pretty strong lean there towards the Giants at 7.5. And 46.5 is our total here in this one, 3-1 on the money line. If we head over here to the injury report, you can see Jackson Dart, no designation whatsoever. He will be back in there for this Giants team. So the Jameis Winston era over. It was fun while it lasted. You can see no injury designation for Wan'Dale Robinson either. So a very good injury report here for this New York Football Giants team. And then over here for the Patriots, been one of the healthier teams really all season long. And I mean, you can see Harold Landry, he matters. Listed as questionable, did get in a limited on Saturday there for him in this one, but really run on the good side of the injury bug there for the Patriots so far this season. This is the weather in Foxborough. You can see it's going to be cold, but no winds really. You can see winds light, 2% chance of precipitation. So nothing falling from the sky and no winds. It's just going to be cold. I mean, sub-freezing is cold. I don't care where you're from. I'm from Vegas. Anything below 50 is freezing to me. So I can only imagine what it's like to play football in 20 degrees. But as we said, 7.5 here on the line, 46.5 here on the total, 3-1 money line if you think the Giants win this thing outright. Pretty big lean here for me on the 7.5, but I have other ways that I'm going to be looking to play this one. So start out you'll go to the totals. And by the way, if you don't have a BetMGM account, use the promo code lineups whenever you do sign up for one, up to $1,500 in bonus bet whenever if you were to happen to lose your initial bet over there at MGM. So pretty good deal there for you on that one. So we're going to come here. You click the totals. When you click the totals, we're going to take New England first half points, and we're going to play over 13.5. This Giants defense has been one of the worst defenses in the league the entire season, and actually over the last 4 weeks, it has gotten even worse. And so if we look, it is a team that was already like towards the bottom in EPA per drive allowed, which is expected points added per drive. They've gotten worse over the last month of the season. Same thing on their early down success rate and early down EPA. Like these teams are easily being able to move the chains or move to get to second and short, third and short on them. All of that. There's just a whole bunch here to kind of nitpick about this defense that is, end up getting Brian Daboll fired and everything else there for this squad, right? So I don't think the Patriots are going to have any problem at all moving the ball against this team, and certainly not in the first half. I'm a little worried about, when do they call off the dogs and all that stuff like that. So when do they kind of, just decide to get out of there without any further injury? So that's why I'm going to put the first half points here on New England over as opposed to anything in the second half or full game stuff, because I do think there is a world where this does get out of hand. This is a New England defense that is the best in the league against the run, so it funnels teams into passing the ball. And Jackson Dart, there is a chance that Jackson Dart could end up having a rough night in that. So, but there's also a chance that him just throwing the ball a ton could also equal some garbage time points as well, because the Patriots are up a decent amount in the fourth quarter. They play soft, and he's able to go down and do that. So we're just going to take all of that out of the equation and just play first half points here on New England over 13.5. Now, in the player prop market, like I said, this is a pass funnel defense. They make you throw the ball. You're not going to be able to run. The Giants are not going to be able to run. I can promise you that. We can look here at the rushing props, and you'll be able to see very, very quickly that the market agrees here. If we go to the rushing yards over under, you can see Tyron Tracy is set sub 50 yards. I mean, that's just what this defense does. And so That said, we're going to head into the receiving market. A guy that he had a lot of success with before he went down with the concussion. Him and Theo Johnson, his tight end, have really got a good little thing going here. Plus money, too much for me to pass up. You remember we got some receiving props home at plus money either last week or the week before that. It's just kind of trying to get ahead of the market before it adjusts. And what I don't think that they saw here, one, it's a team that doesn't have any options anyway to throw to with all of the injuries. Secondly, Dart does favor throwing to Johnson a decent amount. And then third, like we said, this is a pass-full. You're not going to be able to run. So you're a 7.5-point dog. You're not going to be able to run. There's going to be more passes in this game than there normally is, and that's more targets to go around and more targets hopefully to go to Theo Johnson here, getting us 4 catches at plus money right there. If you wanted to also come in and do some stuff on his receiving yards as well, kind of in tandem, you can see it's pretty low actually for him. Yeah, it's only 30.5. So if you wanted to split the bet 2 ways, that's fine, 50-50, or if you want to just kind of sprinkle whichever one you favor more. I like the receptions one just because it is plus money. It's plus 115, and I do think there's a pretty healthy chance that Theo Johnson gets 6 to 7 targets in this game. He runs pretty high percentage routes, and so getting to those 4 catches is well within the range of outcomes here, and getting the plus money was the thing that pushes me over the top. But hey, listen, if you want to play the yardage instead, it's pretty low, sitting there at 30.5. I do not blame you one bit there on that one. And finally, this is the other one. If you're more playing kind of like a same, if you're playing more of kind of like a same game parlay and you kind of want to tell the story here of all of this, I don't exactly know how efficient the Jackson Dart is going to be, but I do think he's going to throw the ball a ton, like I said. So I kind of like the over on the attempts as well for Jackson Dart. I don't like it as much as I like the Theo Johnson bet, certainly at the plus money with Theo Johnson, but again, the pass rate should be elevated here with the not being able to have any success on the ground. So let's go Jackson Dart over on his pass attempts as well here in this one. If you want to play a correlated deal and we'll go unders on the rushing for the dudes, if you want to go that direction, that's fine. You saw Tyron Tracy is sub 50 yards. It's pretty low total as it is anyway, but there was a streak there for the longest time where New England didn't allow any running backs to go over 50 yards, so I see why his number is where it's at. But again, first half team total over on the Patriots. We're going to go into the receiving. We're going to go Theo Johnson over on his receptions at the plus money. Make sure we're getting the plus money, or over on the yardage if you'd rather go that direction. And then Jackson Dart, considering I think this is going to be elevated pass attempts in this one, get him over on his pass attempts as well. Guys, appreciate you being here with us. Hopefully the Monday Night Football, these Island games have been treating you well out there. Hopefully you're one of the handful of people still alive in Survivor out there after the craziness that happened this past week and all of that. So it's a wild time here in the NFL. Are the Cowboys? Hey, maybe the Cowboys are good. We're trying to still decide here as we head into as last week of week 13, heading into week number 14. So good luck on all your Monday Night Football bets, and hit that subscribe button. Let us know in the comments section how you are going to play Monday Night Football between the Giants and the Patriots.